Okay, so we are live,
Hi.
and I already have my guest live. Usually, I introduce you after, so people don't get to see you like now. So I'm supposed to like first talk. But anyway, we're live, and that's the most important thing. And we're basically going to have a conversation with Kayula Lombanya, who's it's funny I use the word presidential candidate, right? Sounded like a very political thing going on. And yet
Yeah.
it's got nothing to do with politics. It's purely everything to do with commerce, everything to do with trade, everything to do with making money, everything to do with how the next level of business in Zambia. So I would like to introduce my guest, Kayula Lombanya. And Kayula, I am honored to have you speaking to a people.
Thank
It's not 11:30 anymore. This is like 12 hours. So for overland, so we're gonna have a brief conversation where people. I'm introducing Kayula to you. I know Kayula, like I know her so well. Like it's even unfair. If I start asking questions, I know so much. So I want to introduce her to you guys on the Kenny Sinyango Insights page, so that you get to know. For the ladies, please get inspired. Kayula's got a very powerful story. The only surprise that you're gonna get, Kayula, is the time that you and I competed.
you.
We'll talk about that a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
We competed. I won't say for what now, but I'm going to tell you what it was for, and that's why I'm happy and honored to be talking to her because she's vying for the presidency of the Northwestern Chamber of Commerce. Now, this is not about me; it's about you. So, Kayula, please briefly tell us your educational background. Who is Kayula? How has she gotten to where she is? Where do you start from your educational background to your profession and what you're doing now?
Okay. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you so much for having me. Um, basically, I am a very simple girl, not so sophisticated. I have a background in computing. Yeah, you'll be surprised that I'm actually I'm actually a holder of a Bachelor of Science with honors degree from the University of Greenwich in computing. But I found myself doing banking and finance, working for one of the largest commercial banks in Zambia. Yeah, so I did a bit of banking and finance as well. And I landed a job with Finance Bank sometime in 2010. That's when I joined them, and I worked all up to 2018 when the bank was sold to Atlas Mara and merged with Bank ABC. Yeah, so I left, and I had actually worked in Solwezi from 2012 up to 2018. Yeah, and I worked as a branch manager. And then from there, I relocated to Lusaka and joined a company called LOLC Finance. And I worked as an operations manager. And then from there, I joined a company called Tysis Capital, which is a financial services and investments group. Yes, it's just recently opened its offices in Zambia. It's South African based and just opened its offices here in Zambia. And I am currently the general manager of Tysis Capital Zambia. Yeah. I've also got experience in the chamber executive board. I served 2 terms as vice president of the Northwestern Chamber of Commerce. I was vice president for services, and I was also vice president for commerce and trade. I joined the Chamber of Commerce in 2014, and I served up to 2018. Yeah, and now I think it's time for me to go for the top seat at the Chamber of Commerce. I feel my experience as vice president and also my experience also in management in financial institutions will also uniquely qualify me to contest for this seat because I am able to manage people very well, and I'm a good listener, and I like to get things done. I have a strong passion for success. Yeah, so I think that's a brief background about me, about my professional life, basically. Yeah.
I will share something, okay? Again, I will push that conversation a bit forward. And people, you will understand why I'm endorsing Kayula, okay, for the presidency of the chamber. Uh, this is something that I've taught people before, and I found it very amazing. But you can share your experience, and this is the reason why I'm backing Kayula for her to be chamber president. Because when she stood as chamber of commerce vice president for commerce, right? She had a surprise competitor who showed up from nowhere and only campaigned for 2 minutes. Tell us about that experience from your perspective, because if I, because you and I had a very interesting conversation in the background that people didn't know, and I was so humbled by it, and that's why I'm returning the gesture today. Tell us your experience. What happened with around that election?
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I remember that election very well. It was very interesting because you and I, we had that background. I've known you for quite a while, and we got on very well. And then from nowhere, you just showed up and contested against me for the position of vice president of commerce and trade, but that was okay. I mean, we were both given the floor to to talk to the members and just try and win their votes. So I remember you spoke first, yeah, in that 3 minutes,
Mhm.
but I don't think
Two
you
minutes.
said much. It was true, yeah. That wasn't enough because I know you. You
That
like
was
to talk. You like to talk, but you were not given enough time to talk, to sell yourself, unfortunately. Yeah. And then I spoke as well. And for me, basically, what I was speaking about was just, women inclusiveness, trying to get women to come into these leadership positions, encouraging women to come into these leadership positions, and also because I had already been a vice president before, I was vice president for services. So I think also that contributed to my winning, yeah, because I already had that experience, and then you were coming in as a new person, so probably they wanted to continue with what they had already. Yeah, but all in all, even after the election, I mean, come on, we shook hands, we hugged. You said
You know what shocked
congratulations
me?
to me. Yeah,
What shocked me was it
yeah,
was the most competitive election out of all the elections that were there that day
yeah,
because
yeah,
I lost by 3 votes. So I
yeah.
only needed 3 people on my side.
You only needed three people. Oh,
Only 3 people. And I was shocked because you see, I never had any personal relationship with any one of those people. They just came and said, based on what you've said, we are going to vote for you. And, if you remember, we're standing together and they were coming out, they were busy telling me we voted for you. And I'm like, what's this? Now,
yeah.
I feel that energy, right, that was exhibited in that election. I'm putting that weight on you now because I believe you are another surprise. I never saw it coming that you were going to stand for the presidency of the Chamber of Commerce. When I
No,
received it, it was the same shock.
no, I know.
So I'm that's why I'm doing this because I will be updating people, okay, almost on a weekly basis. I'll keep introducing Kayula to the business community. So this is not just about the election. This is about people knowing the leadership that you're putting in once you ascend to the presidency of the chamber. So I want people to understand that. I want them to appreciate that. So, what are some of the highlights of your tenure as vice president in terms of what you achieved while you were in the chamber as vice president, commerce and services?
Okay, thanks. I love the exposure of the Northwestern Chamber of Commerce from the time I joined it. I love what it has done. It has exposed me. It has allowed me to, create great networks. So from my experience with the chamber in the executive board, I've been able to help with market linkages, business linkages, capacity building and training programs for our members as well. I played an active role also in the first ever Northwestern Province Expo, which took place in 2019. Yeah, I was appointed by the provincial minister to co-chair the Finance and Resource Mobilization Committee. Yeah, so I played a huge role in sourcing for funds for the expo, and we were able to manage. We were able to raise slightly close to our budget. Yeah, and we got some support from our neighboring countries as well. They came in as potential investors. So I played a role in that as well because I was going out there and getting people from different countries like Congo and Angola to come and see what Northwestern Province had to offer. Yeah, and also I've grown the chamber membership also because I've been able to go out there, market the chamber, brand it, bring people to join the chamber as well. And we've also got some donor confidence now because of some of the roles that we have played, me and the chamber team as well. I've not been doing these roles by myself, but we've been working as a team. So I think I've worked very well with the current president and also the past president as well. And I've loved it. I love chamber work. It's voluntary work, and people would always ask me, "But you don't get paid. Why do you do this?" I think it's a passion. I think it's something within me. And then also because I have my heart lies in Northwestern Province. I'm from Northwestern Province. Yeah, and my heart lies there. I'd like to see development. Northwestern Province is very rich in resources, but I don't think we are really doing much to help build it up. Yeah, so I think it's time that we started doing that. Yeah, so we need people who have the same interests, of developing our province. So I'd like to work with people who have that interest, who want to see Northwestern Province grow. Yeah, let's put Northwestern Province back on the map. Yeah, so basically, I think the Northwestern Chamber of Commerce is already playing a positive role in that direction, and I like the pace that the current president has already set, and I'd like to just ride by that, by what he's done already, and also just trying to improve it when I take office. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about trade missions. I would like to believe you've been part and parcel of a number of trade missions. I'm an export-oriented, word would I use? Businessman. I would want to see Mozambican businesses manufacture, produce, and then export. Tell us a bit about the trade missions that you've been part and parcel of, because that's the future. This is something we would like to hear our current president really amplify more. Yes, he has been talking about it. He has made life easier for Zambians in relations to Congo and Angola relationships. But tell us about your experiences with the trade missions.
Okay. I think our friends out there are doing so much better than we are. And I'd like to see us going out there more and taking a leaf from what our friends are doing out there. I was one of the people that went to Angola, I think sometime in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and there was an expo in Moshiko. So we went there and we went to of course look for market and business opportunities there, and we did see them. Yeah, there's so much potential there. We are able to do business in Angola without a problem, but the only challenge is the road network. So if we can sort out the issue of road networks between Zambia and Angola, between Zambia and Congo, that would really help us a lot. Because, for example, when we went to Angola, we discovered that they import most of their products from Brazil and Portugal, but they don't have to do that because we're right next door and we can supply them with the food that they need, the meat, the chicken, and everything that they need. Northwestern Province has all that. But the only challenge is the road network. How do we get those things to them? Yeah, so that's what we discovered. We actually traveled by road, by the way, and we took 3 days to get to Angola.
I remember.
From yeah,
I
and
remember I was supposed to be part of that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we took
I
three
heard the
days.
testimony.
Yeah, so we were moving actually in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, we actually decided to go by road because we wanted to see exactly to face those challenges, so we could see how best we could, improve that. So we traveled by road for 3 days. We got there and we were so exhausted. We attended the expo for 3 days and then uh, came back to Solwezi via Mongu, the Kasempa Kaoma Road. Yeah, and
Mm.
got back to Solwezi. So we were able to see all those hiccups, and that's where the chamber comes in now to lobby for such things.
Landmine. I remember someone talking about landmine. You guys actually went to landmine.
Oh yeah. We passed through landmines. We did, but they are marked. The areas that have landmarks, landmines are marked. So we did see them, and of course we were very afraid to pass there. But that was the only route there, so we we had no choice. We had no choice. Yeah, yeah. But all in all, there's so many opportunities out there. Angola and Congo are neighbors, so we have to lobby as a chamber for good road networks so that we can be able to trade in those with our neighbors. Yeah. So I think just recently there was another trade mission. I didn't go. I didn't attend it. That was in Congo. I think it was under the AGS program in
Mm-hmm.
the ZDA. In ZDA, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't attend that one, but I was told it was also very good. So we have those opportunities to do businesses with our neighbors, and I think as a chamber we need to lobby more so that we can be able to get those opportunities for our members as well to go out there and create those market and business linkages. And also the expo that we had ourselves just recently, I think it was on the 25th to 24th of November. Yeah, we 24th to 25th November in Northwestern Province, Solwezi, we had the business to business expo, and it was well attended. We had key market players who came in. We had IDC, we had ShopRite, we had Zambeef, we had other players also that came in from out of town and also out of the country. And it was sponsored by Prospero and AGS. And we had people who came through to do their presentations, quality presentations. We've got success stories actually from the expo because people were able to create business linkages right there. The guest of honor was the Minister of SMEs, and he was very, very impressed with the expo, with what the chamber has done. Yeah, he said you've put the chamber on the map, you've branded yourselves very well, and I think that's brought a very, very good picture for the Chamber of Commerce, and I would like to maintain that coming to office. Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm actually surprised that you're not one of the most celebrated women right now because what you're saying and the way I know you, right? You should be among the women today that are being talked about, industry movers, shakers. You were a branch manager. I met you as a branch manager. And even when you moved to Atlas, Mara, you were still a branch manager. When you resigned, you've still gone ahead. Now you're a general manager. And I'd like you to, in the last two questions, I would like you to give a message to young ladies because there are a lot of young ladies out there who are looking for the easy route, and most of it is found in relationships. But you've been an industry person, right? And and like your background, I'm also an IT person who switched and started doing commerce related things and became a marketer. I started with IT as well. So, what's your message to those young ladies out there that are trying to make it in life and need to do it genuinely, especially that you are ascending to the presidency of the chamber once we ensure that you're voted in? Okay, what's your message to them? Then the last question I'm going to ask you will come just after that, and then we can conclude.
All right, thanks. My message is simple. Just believe in yourself. Yeah, just believe in yourself. You can do anything as long as you put your mind to it. And like for me, basically, I live a positive life. I don't entertain negativity. So once you just live a positive life, you'll be at peace and you'll know that you're able to achieve so much. Yeah, yes, you can dream. You're allowed to dream, but it shouldn't just end on your dreams. you need to also actualize those dreams. Have a little book, write down your plans, write down your dreams. And it's also important actually to plan, because if you don't plan, then you can't really do anything. So I love to plan, and then when I plan, then I'm able to actualize my vision. So my message to the girls out there is just believe in yourself. You can do it. If other people can do it, you can too. Yeah, and just challenge yourself as well. Just challenge yourself. I love challenges. I'm a risk taker. I do things that people would not even believe, would imagine me doing, but I do them anyway. And at the end of
Yeah,
the day, I'm smiling and I'm saying, "Oh, I'm so glad I did it," because
yeah,
even if it doesn't get you where you wanted to, but at least you tried. Yeah. So always just
yeah,
try, because you never know where it will take you. Yeah.
yeah. For me, I don't even think it's a question. I think it's more of a statement. It's important that I say this. I've been looking for funding for people who interact with me on this platform. And I had the privilege of engaging Kayula. We've been talking for the last, I think, 2 months. And we put pen to paper, right? And we're just finalizing this. It's pretty much finalized. Yes, her organization, which I'd want her to talk about briefly and what they do. And these are services that I'm going to be able to share with people on this platform, because this platform is really for business-minded people. The people that come to this platform are not here for jokes or any social media and story that taking place. No, here we're here to make money. We want to business ideas. We want commerce-related issues. We want to feed our families. So I recently got into a partnership with Kayula's organization, right? And we've put pen to paper, and the services will be made available to people who follow this page. So what does Tysis quickly do? I'm afraid my battery is now starting to.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
just
I'll be
yeah, before you end up
okay.
lying alone.
All right, all right. All right. Tisus Capital is a niche Pan-African financial services and investment group. We do wealth management. We offer wealth management services, fund management, corporate advisory, and principal investments. So basically, right now in Zambia, what we are doing is capital raising. So we are the link or the intermediary between the funders and the people looking for funding. So if you have your $1 million projects that need funding, you can come to us and we'll be able to help you get funding, either through equity or debt. Yes, so you come to us, we prepare you, we make you investor ready. So you come to us, we prepare you, we prepare your business plans, your financials and everything, and then we let you pitch to the investors, and they'll be able to help with your funding. So we basically just offer those financial services to our clients. Yeah.
Great stuff. So guys, we'll keep you posted. We'll be having these conversations with Kayula, all right, because they relate to commerce, they relate to making, they will tell you the house and whatnot. And if you know anyone in the Chamber of Commerce, please let them know, in the Northwestern Chamber, let them know that this is the president we want. This is the person that will take us to our destination of wealth. Already she's talking money. So guys, you know what that means. So it means that she's going to fulfill the agenda of our president, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, of creating wealthy Zambians. So that is very critical, and that's very important, because she's already doing that, right? She's already in it. So what we need to do is amplify it. She needs our vote. She needs our support. Guys, let's do that. So thank you very much, Kayla. I think we'll
Thanks.
end our live here. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kevin. All right. All
You're
right.
welcome.
All
Welcome.
right.
So for those I've watched this, please watch it again. Share, share, share. If you want to get in touch with me or Kayula, please hit my inbox, and then we will find a way of helping you with your business. You heard what she said, $1 million. Those of you with 100,000 kwacha, I'm bringing another solution for you. For those who are $1 million projects and CS impact projects, yes, those we can talk. All right. So thank you very much, guys. It's been a great one.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye bye.
All right.
And interesting enough, this is when the app decides to misbehave. But anyway, we'll go off in a second. So it's been a pleasure having Kayula speak to us about these things. So guys, 2023 is for big stuff.